fat ass. Okay, hold on. I can also do this. Riperones, pepperonis, purple is dead. Nah, but I know how to do some stuff, but doing even low poly stuff or rigging with armatures or for animations is hard for me. Listen, armatures is easy, okay? So we're gonna grab a cube, okay? We do this. I'm just gonna extrude a little bit, not extrude, move, so we can see a thing, okay? We're gonna talk about armatures, and I'm gonna this and this and this, so it moves, okay? We have a very weird rectangle that we wanted to move. So what we do, first things first, we gotta create a bone, or like I used to call it, a boner, if I can fucking find it, because it's been a while. Where is the boners? Armature. We need an armature. We don't need a bone. We need an armature. It's gonna create I don't know what. Right now, if you see, the boner is hiding. So we click on armature and then we go here. Right, you can see everything, but it doesn't matter. We go to the third option, like we have the first, the second, and the third. Viewport display, and we're gonna put it in front, which is this one right here. You can barely see it, but it's this one. That way, the boners is gonna always look, yeah, the boner is shy. It's a shy boner. Poor little boner. Okay? And now we can see the armature no matter where it is. Like if it's in front or behind, we can always see the boner. Or in this case, the armature, because we changed the armature settings, not the bone. Because otherwise you would have to go one by one and that's too much work. We just do the armature. Now, you see the orange dot? That is the origin of stuff. We're not gonna touch it right now, but we're gonna go into edit mode. Edit mode, you just click tab, very fun, very nice. Now, we're gonna, for games, the simpler the rig is, the better, because then it's more optimized. Okay, so if you see, the boner is kind of like vertical. We want it horizontal. We can just rotate, like we rotate. No, that's not the angle I want. That's also not the angle I want. There you go. We can rotate it just like an object. Think of this as a vertex or a face, okay? This is just another thing you can manipulate. Now, we can put it here. We can kind of like put it in the center. Usually with bones, you want to keep it at the center of the thing you want to rig. In this case, we have a rectangle, right? We have a rectangle and we want it kind of like in the middle. It doesn't need to be perfect. It can have like a little bit of difference. It's fine, okay? Now, we can either, that's not what I want to do, Jesus Christ. There we go. We can either give one boner to the rectangle, or we can be even more smarter, right? And we can, let me just adjust. Can do 2 or more, depending on what you want to do. But for now, for me teaching armatures, we're gonna do 2, okay? But Percy, we just have one bone. How do we create another bone? Do we do Shift A like we did to create the stuff? No, we can just extrude. Look, it's magic. It's like it's an object, right? And now we have 2 bones. Now, armatures, besides object mode and edit mode, we have the pose mode. What is pose mode, you ask me? Don't be dumb. Listen, you can extrude boners. You can create more boners from one boner. It's amazing. Now, if you see, we can rotate the boners as we want, but the rectangle is not moving. We want to do the rectangle thing. Well, let me teach you something. We click the rectangle, we click the boners, we do Control P it opens this amazing menu that you cannot see because of chat. Chat is very chato, okay? We can do object with many options, or we can do, that's not what I want to do, wait, that's not what it should show. That's not what it should show. Okay, we press first the object and then the boners, okay? Parenting, yes. The boners are always the last thing you click for parenting, okay? The last thing that it's clicked, it's what it's going to become the parent, right? We want the parent to manipulate the child. I promise this is about 3D. Stop, I can feel your, shush, I can feel your thinking, shush, this is about 3D. Again, remember, the parent is the last one to be clicked. So, we click the rectangle, we click the rig, we do Control P, and we have so many options. For now, we're gonna ignore the object, okay? And we're gonna do to armature deform. We can do empty groups, and with groups, it's talking about, I use we for thank God. Listen, I don't know Unreal. What I do right now, I only use Unity. I barely touch Unreal. This is like the basic of basic for games, like boners for games, or creating in this case. Now, we can do empty groups, meaning we have to do weight paint manually, which sometimes is goated. I mean, it's always goated because you have more control. Or we can do automatic weights. For now, we're going to do automatic. And now you're going to ask me, I use Unity for VR chat. Me too. I use it for VR chat and VTubers. Why does it scare you so much? I'm gonna teach you a thing, okay? We're gonna click the rectangles. The rectangle, not the rectangle. We go to weight paint. Oh, but how do I change between bones? I have to click here on the vertex group? No. I'm gonna teach you a really cool thing. You click edit and you see lock object modes. Disable that. We don't need that, okay? We don't like that. Why? Well, first we go to the boners and then we click pose mode. Now, without doing anything, we click the rectangle. And now you're gonna call me crazy like Purpell. We just went into pose mode. Why are we switching now? We barely did, no, we didn't do anything. We did, because now that we clicked on the rectangle and we go on weight paint, things look a little bit different. I can select the bones by clicking Alt and the bone I want to select. Ain't that magic? Right, this is good. It means I don't need to try and guess which bone is which we can also rename bones, but for now, I think that's obvious that we can rename and see through the names. Okay, basic of basics. I need to take notes. Grab the notepad, Bigu. I'm waiting. I am waiting, and while I wait, give me a second. Let me do this. Let me do that. Okay, I know I'm very up close. I know, it's so creepy. I know, it's so creepy. We're gonna go here. There we go. I'm making pancakes right now. Fuck the pancakes. Dude, what is more important, the pancakes or the study? Okay. Again, Purpell's tracking is gonna be a little bit broken because the screen is below the face tracking. So she's gonna do 3D with her eyes closed. Okay, now back to Blender. Now we can click bones, right? Oh, but weight paint is so difficult. Weight paint, I hate weight paint. Now, the red. What does red mean? Let's go from red to blue. So, if we get out of weight paint for now, and we check what we did with the automatic weight painting. If we go to pose mode now, after parenting with automatic weights, if we rotate around, if we mess around, oh my god, it moves, it gets deformed. Very good. Yes, exactly, Bigu. Red is the point that it's being used the most. Hi, Zumu. Hello. Oh, wait. I'm so sorry. I'm supposed to have like private follows, so you don't feel pressure to interact. But I recognize your name, so I'm so sorry. Listen, we're learning about rigging, but like the basic of basics for game design, not game design. Yeah, game design, game development. Where were we? Yes. Hello, no problem still. I'm so sorry. I am dumb. But hello, welcome. Now, where were we? All right. If we go to pose mode, we can rotate. Very fun, very fun. You wanna know something real magic? Remember that trick I showed you to select the bones while weight painting? Well, if we click on the rectangle again and we go to weight paint, besides selecting the bones, we can also rotate and move. Ain't that fucking cool? And we can even pose it like this and we can rotate around. So now we're weight painting, we're moving stuff around. What does red and blue mean? Well, if you look closely, where is my pen? Let me grab my pen. There you go. If you look closely, where is the annotation? There it is. This this point right here is being the most manipulated, like Bigu said earlier. And this point is the less manipulated. So less manipulated, right? And this is the most, right? This makes sense. Red means the max. This point is going to be very affected by this bone, because right now we're on this bone, right? And this one is less. Okay, by that logic, we can, if we paint red here, like it's 1 equals red, 0 equals blue. If we paint red here, or try to, it also gets manipulated by this bone. Very cursed, I know. But it's getting affected. That's literally weight painting. That's literally the basic of weight painting. That's all you need to know. Hi Primo, we're teaching Blender. I wanted to co-work on the VTuber model I'm working, but Bigu here said he was confused about rigging and blend me a smoothie. We'll see. Like, Bigu was confused about the rigging, so we went on a tangent to teach the basic of basics, right? When weight painting, we can, I don't think it's here. I forgot where it was. We have an option where we can normalize the weight painting automatically, which, how do I explain normalization? Let's say that you see this point here. Wait, where is my thing? You see this point here? It's green on this bone, on the left bone, and it's also green on the right bone. Like, the same part on a mesh can be manipulated by various bones. Normalization is simply like, if this one is to red, then on this, like, wait. If this point is to red here, it means, oh my god, logic. I'm thinking about it, but putting it towards is in my brain. My brain is going with the zoomies. Listen. If this bone has this area red, then this bone has this area blue. So like, here is at 0, right? 0%. And this boner, it's at 100. Where's my pen? So if this bone has this one at 50% manipulation, with normalization, if I paint this side here, it will make it 50% as well. It calculates the difference between bones, essentially. I cannot explain other than, like, if you try it, if you start using it, you see what it does and you will understand what it does. Right? Does that make sense? And then, you know, you have the IK and the FK. Usually Unity only likes it like this. It doesn't like reverse kinematics. So yeah, that's it. It do be making sense, don't worry. Okay, good. That's basically like the basic of armature. Weight painting looks scary because if you don't know what you're doing, it makes nonsense. But once you start doing, you will see, okay, if I do this, then it's gonna work like that. If I do that, it's gonna work like this. Like, it makes sense. It's just like, it's a lot of work, but it's easy, if it makes sense. I mean, it depends on the person, right? Right. Okay.